the initial plan, make explicit decisions about who will do what in your book, by when, and in what order. Many times I have assumed that a character arc worked and was going smoothly, only to discover that it wasn't. And so, as Steven said, like, and this point might be obvious, but as an author coach, I've heard authors tell me this so many times that they hadn't realized this was important until I said this out loud. So I am saying it aloud for YouTube to hear and to reiterate Steven's point that read the entire manuscript back to back and make notes. Don't make developmental edits chapter by chapter. That comes later, during the later stage of the revisions process. So note number one that you should make is, we talked about planning your novel ahead. And so go back to that initial structure and tick off what you executed on well and what lacks in your manuscript. It very well may be that, as the story was progressing, the character arcs changed, and that's fine. But because we are talking about developmental editing is about the big idea of the book. So if your hero is supposed to go through a major transformation in order to learn a lesson, yet he doesn't, then you better have a really good reason to justify this arc, or otherwise it just doesn't work. And yeah, note number two that I would make for sure is, I always make sure that the plot is easy to follow. Doesn't matter what you're writing, if the plot is hard to follow, it will discourage people from turning the pages. And that belongs in the developmental editing stage. If your side characters are going on multiple different quests and none of them play into the bigger picture, like I said, this is developmental edit. It's all about the bigger picture. Then that's how you know the plot doesn't work. So make notes about that. And note number three that I would certainly write down is, I would check for I would check the language as well. I would look for phrases that are too flowery, or particularly descriptions that are going on for days. Don't forget that Game of Thrones became massively popular only after the TV showrunners cut out all the fluff about trees and rocks and mountains. The show made a lot of non fantasy readers flock to the books. And all I've heard from people, is that the books are fantastic, but why is every rock that Jon Snow stumbles upon described in a lengthy paragraph? Like, unless it serves an important plot point, like this was the rock that Jon Snow gave Ygritte as a wedding gift, then I would advise to cut it out.